Howdy, boy, howdy, hey, howdy, man. Boy, do I have a tale for you. It's about the time a feller with hands so big he could have slapped a bear and called it a handshake. Yep, it's the Big Hands episode, and it's wilder than a coyote in a coffee pot. Now, this stranger with the big hands, he strolled into Dodge City, and folks couldn't help but stare. Some said he was a piano player who got carried away with finger exercises. Others reckoned he was a professional high-fiver. Me? I just hoped he didn't challenge me to a thumb war. Things got real interesting when a local rascal tried to pick a fight with big hands. I stepped in, of course, and said, "Son, you mess with those hands, you might just end up in another time zone." After some detective work and a few laughs, we found out those big hands were just a symbol of a big heart. The stranger taught us all a lesson about not judging a book by its cover, or in this case, a cowboy by his gloves. So remember, folks, whether your hands are big or small, it's what you do with them that counts. Now get along and share, and subscribe. You know the dance, because you won't want to miss what's coming next on the AI Parody Man channel.
Around Dodge City and in the territory on West, there's just one way to handle the killers and the spoilers, and that's with a U.S. Marshal and the smell of Gunsmoke. Gunsmoke, starring William Conrad, the story of the violence that moved west with young America, and the story of a man who moved with it. I'm that man, Matt Dillon, United States Marshal. The first man they look for and the last they want to meet. It's a chancy job, and it makes a man watchful and a little lonely. Hey, Doc. Hey, Doc, you up? Hey, Doc.
And how's that for the what? Yeah, well,
You gonna sleep your life away, Doc?
you look ready. That's me, man. The phone.
7:30. Now put your pants on. Let's go up the street and get some breakfast. Man, come on. Come on, roll out. It's daylight in the swamps. Come on.
Oh, you need. Oh, this is mine as well. Now that you got me wide awake.
Wide awake.
Yep, man. You sure don't see the sense in starting the day so all fired earlier.
You're putting them on backward.
I am not putting them out. I'm just about to turn the rule on.
Sure you were.
I've been putting my pants on for a long time without being told how by the village police. Yeah. Now, do you care which foot I put in with your leg first?
No, I think you can decide that for yourself.
So where's Chester anyway? Why aren't you hounding him instead of me?
Chester ran into an old friend of his last night.
Who's that?
I've forgotten his name, but Chester went out to visit him for a couple of days.
She never out where?
Out Fort Dodge.
Yeah. Poor God. He's in the army?
Yeah, he's got a pretty interesting job, too.
Oh?
He's a mess sergeant.
Mess sergeant?
Yeah.
Oh, in a couple of days of that, you'll have to go out and kiss the little wagon.
Well, he seemed pretty excited about the whole thing.
Yeah, I can imagine. Well, the quartermaster's going to be excited, too, when he starts checking his groceries.
Yeah. Oh, come on, Doc. You take more time than a woman. Come on.
If I want to look my best, it isn't often somebody buys my breakfast.
Right. Now, wait a minute.
I'm ready. Let's go.
You know, no wonder you're so rich.
Yeah, well, sure, I'm a charge, and I owe you.
And at least you got something to gain with it.
Right. Feels so nice, didn't you?
Yeah. It'll get hot, though.
Who's that woman driving the wagon?
It looks like Hank Rutger's wife, huh? Yeah, it is.
Fucking, was he gonna run little Buster out in my Cottonwood Spring?
Yeah, that's the one. I wonder what she's doing at the time this early in the morning.
Marshal?
Oh, he's beckoning to you.
Well, let's go see what she wants. Morning, Miss Rusher.
Morning, Marshal. Yeah.
You're running.
You're up early.
Yeah.
Been quite some time since I've seen you in town.
Always work to do when you're homesteading. You break your heart and you break your back and you end up with nothing. Even worse than nothing. The years are gone by and you can't get 'em back.
How's Hank?
Hank,
Yes, ma'am. Your husband, Hank.
years slaving for him, working my fingers to the bone, and you end up with nothing.
Miss Rucker, there's something wrong? Miss Rucker, I said there's something wrong.
I heard you. Hank's in the back of the wagon there, under that tarp.
What? He and Doc will go have his back. Oh, you dead, man? Yeah. Shot in the back. How did it happen, Miss Rucker?
I don't know about things like this, what you're supposed to do, I mean, so I loaded him into the wagon and come into town. I figured you'd be the one to treat.
You figured right, but what happened?
It wasn't me, Marshal. I didn't shoot him.
Who did?
I don't know.
You don't know?
I mean, I don't know his name or nothing. He was a stranger. Stopped by the place yesterday evening just before sundown. Wanted to water his horse. Hank wasn't there. The fella kept looking at me, talking kind of funny. Then he saw Hank coming and he rode on.
Maybe that he's the one that...
Late last night, Hank woke up, heard something outside, thought it was an animal bothering the stock. Went out, and pretty soon there was a shot.
How do you know it was the same man?
Because they come by the house after. But I run him off.
Ah. What does this fellow look like?
I don't know. Like any other man, I reckon. Nothing special. That for his shoulders.
Now, what do you mean?
And it's the biggest shoulders I ever seen on a man. Mighty powerful.
Look, Miss Rucker, why don't you go across the street there to the Dodge house and take a room and get some rest, huh? You leave the wagon here, and Doc and I'll take care of things for you, huh?
I'm all right, Mark.
You go on, huh?
Feels strange being alone. Hank wasn't much, I guess. Didn't treat me good, but at least he was always there. A woman needs a man. All right, I'll go now. Thank you, Marshal, for taking care of things.
I'll stop by later, Miss Rucker.
All right, Marshal.
Well, what do you think, Mac?
I don't know, Doc. That woman's got something in mind she isn't telling us about.
Well, here's our expectant father, the memory expert. And how do you feel, sir?
Lousy.
Oh? Why?
You ever take care of 8 kids while your wife is in the hospital having number 9?
No.
Take my advice. Don't. I haven't had a good night's sleep in days. I think my kids are part sperm.
Oh, really? Why?
Well, they drink enough water to irrigate a desert, and mostly in the middle of the night.
Well, at least you don't have to worry about your wife. She and the baby are getting good treatment at the hospital, and thanks to Medicare, there won't be any expensive bills for you to pay.
That's what bugs me, man.
Why?
It's such a bargain. You know no woman can resist a bargain.
If your wife is bargain-minded, better get the pamphlet on Dependents Medical Care Program fast.
Like another beer, Doc?
No, just take it easy. People criticize me enough, and I'd die.
Oh, there's Mac. Oh, there, man.
Oh, well, maybe I will have a beer after all, get it? On him.
Hello, Kitty. How are you?
Matt, you're Italian.
Yeah, I'm tired. If it gets any hotter, they're gonna have this country.
Any luck, man?
No, Doc, I checked every room in the house in Dodge, every liver stable, even talked to some of the homesteaders out south of town. And nobody's seen a stranger who matches Miss Rutger's description, if you can call it a description.
Did she remember anything new?
No, not much. I talked to her late this afternoon. She thinks that he had reddish-brown hair, but she's not sure.
Oh, just those shoulders, then.
Yeah, that's all she's sure of.
I guess she'd remember that, all right. Well, Matt, maybe you won't have to look any farther.
Oh, what do you mean?
That man over there at the end of the bar.
What?
We've been keeping an eye on him till you showed up.
Huh. Who is he, Kitty?
I don't know. Tonight's the first time he's been in here. Been staying to himself pretty much, just drinking and not talking. But he's got the shoulders on it.
Yeah. Oh, look, I'll go have a word with him. Evening, stranger.
Evening.
You're new in town, aren't you?
Out in the star. Went out. Pretty soon there was a shot.
How do you know it was... I would if it was a matter of pleasure. My name is Dillon. I'm the U.S. Marshal here.
That's supposed to bother me?
It bothers some, others not.
And I'm one of the others.
What's your name?
Logan?
Is that all? Just Logan?
Bull, they call me.
Bull. Why did you hit Tom?
Today? Just going through.
Oh, from where?
Out west, different places. Why? What difference does it make?
Not maybe. You might take a little walk with me.
Where?
Across the street.
Yeah.
Carry your gun before you.
What's the idea? You arresting me for something, Marshal?
No, I'm just asking you to walk across the street.
What's over
A
there?
woman.
You're trying to get me into some kind of trouble.
Logan, if this woman recognizes you, you're in plenty of trouble. Now, come on, let's go. All right, you stand right there, Logan.
I don't know what you're trying to pull, Marshal. You're all wrong.
That's possible.
Oh, Marshal, I couldn't...
Is this the man, Miss Riker?
What are you talking about? I never seen her before in my life.
I bet you better take a look at him, man.
I don't know this woman. Now, what is this? What are you trying to set up here?
Shut up, Logan.
Man, that shot Hank was real big. I reckon it stuck in my mind because Hank was such a little man. With such a difference between them.
All right, I'm big. What about it? You claiming you seen me before?
Stay where you are, Logan. He's not gonna hurt you, Miss Riker. Now, take a good look at him. Is this the man who stopped by your place yesterday afternoon who came back later and shot your husband? Well?
No, Marshal. It ain't him. It's his shoulders, that fellow. But other than that, he don't look nothing like that fella. I never seen this man before in my life.
Look, if you're scared of him, don't be.
I ain't scared of him. Why should I be? He ain't the same one.
You satisfied, Marshal?
All right, move over. Thanks anyway. I'm sorry to bother you.
I'm going back out to the plate in the morning, Marshal. There's things to do. And I think that fella's got clean out of the country by now.
All right, man.
Do I get my gun back now?
Yeah, here you are, Logan.
Hi. You seeing you? Pleased to meet you, man. Good night. This this food. I'll tell you something, Matt. The mark of any civilization, it was its food.
How's that right, Doc?
And Donald Tootin is right. And in France, for instance, Paris. It's Paris, France, you know. Their food is cooked just right. It's seasoned right and it's served right. And by golly, they're civilized. It goes together.
Doc, you've been eating this same grub ever since you came to Dodge. Now, what's wrong with it, all this stuff?
Well, look at the stuff. What's wrong? A plate full of greasy spuds and a few chunks of broiled leather. I tell you, man, it's enough to turn a man's stomach.
It's no worse than you. Now, go on, finish your supper.
I wouldn't touch another bite of that with a 10-foot pole. No, sir, Anthony, Nick. This town will never be civilized until it starts eating decent food.
Well, the way I heard it, the mark of a civilization is how it treats its women folk.
Oh, Howard. You think Dodge City rates any higher on that score?
No, I guess not.
No, they're fancy women. They play till they drink themselves to death. And their farm wives, they'll work to death. Why, a woman has a better chance out here.
Yeah, so I've been told. By a woman, of course.
Yes, she was right. Whether it's the food or the women folk, this town is no goddamn good. And, Marshal Dillon.
Hello, Jeb.
Well, I'll do the telegraph office, then.
Fine, Doc. I brought this telegram right over, Marshal. It's your answer to that circular we sent out on Bill Logan. Oh, yeah, thanks.
What about this Bill Logan, man?
Well, I thought he might be mixed up in the Rutgers killing, Doc.
Well, I thought you'd given up on her.
No, I sent out a bulletin just on a hood. Yeah. What is it? Wow.
Huh?
Rick, he's wanted in California, 2 counts of assault and suspicion of murder. The victim was shot in the back. I tipped the never let him leave town.
Well, he didn't go far, Marshal.
What do you mean, Jeb?
I ran over Perkins on the way over here. He seen Logan just this afternoon.
Where?
Out by Cottonwood Crossing. He said Bill Logan's gone to work for Mrs. Rutger.
Another visit with Joe and Daphne Forsythe.
Oh, Ken, what are you doing?
All right, Daphne. Just eating a midnight snack.
What is that mess?
That mess. Here's a liverwurst, salami, lettuce, and peanut butter delight.
Nightmare is more like it. What woke you up?
My stomach was growling. What woke you up?
You. And I was dreaming such a pleasant dream.
Oh? What?
I dreamed all of our savings bonds had matured and we were cashing them in.
That's kind of a dream I can appreciate.
We were planning a trip around the world, and you bought me a fur coat, and I bought you that fishing tackle you want. Oh, it was gorgeous.
Well, it doesn't have to be just a dream. Some of our savings bonds are ready to mature now.
True. Maybe we shouldn't cash them in. They can go on earning interest, you know, and it adds up fast.
I know. That's why we started buying savings bonds, remember? With a bond a month on the payroll savings plan, our money is saved automatically.
Stop waiting that sandwich under my nose. You're making me hungry.
Well, fix yourself a sandwich, ma'am. I got all the makings right over here.
All right. Move over, you bond-buying midnight maverick. I'm going to fix myself a humdinger.
Who is it? Who's there?
It's Marshal Dillon, Miss Rutger. I'm sorry if I scared you.
No, you didn't. I just couldn't figure who it was. Nobody comes here at night.
It must be kind of lonesome since Hank was killed, huh?
Well, yeah. Yeah, it is.
You managing all right by yourself?
Well, I had some help this week.
Oh, some of the neighbors, huh?
No. I took on a hired hand to help out.
Well, you're lucky to find one. The boys can usually make more work in cattle this time of year.
Well, I orphaned terriers on the cross. Woman can't run a poke like this by herself.
Oh, I guess not. Yeah, local man, is he? Somebody from town?
No. Just a stranger. riding through.
That's kind of risky, isn't it? Taking on a stranger.
Well,
What's his name, Miss Rucker?
I reckon you already know, Marshal.
Yes, ma'am, I already know. And did he tell you that he's wanted in California, maybe other places too?
No?
2 counts of assault, suspicion of murder. Your husband wasn't the first man he shot in the back.
What do you mean?
It is the same man, isn't it, Miss Rucker?
No.
You said you'd never seen him before. You lied, didn't you? Didn't you, Miss Rucker?
Yes, I lied.
All right, now where is he?
He's out in the barn.
You stay here, and don't you try to warn him.
That you, Martha? I stated that.
Oh, yeah. Marshal,
You'll all waste from time.
you're under arrest for murder, Logan.
Though she told you about me after all.
Not yet, but she will. I just got word back from California. Seems you're wanted out there.
I don't try it, Logan. You're not taking me.
Is he dead, Marshal?
Yeah, he's dead.
I don't know why I said it wasn't him. I reckon I must have been crazy or something. Just seems such a shame, though.
A shame.
What was done was done. There wasn't nothing gonna bring Hank back. I was left by myself. The world was big and strong. Seems such a waste. Him dead, too.
I see.
I got ground that needs plowing, Marshal. Seed to be planted. Life ain't easy for a woman to learn.
I don't know, man. Seems pretty easy the way you go at it. You go on back to the house and room. I'll take care of things here.
Gunsmoke, produced and directed by Norman Macdonald, stars William Conrad as Matt Dillon, U.S. Marshal. Featured in the cast were Parley Bear as Chester, Howard McNear as Doc, and Georgia Ellis as Kitty. George Walsh speaking. Join us again next week for another specially transcribed story on Gunsmoke. This is the United States Armed Forces Radio and Television Service.